Is this Sensor Gaming here with a new video. In this video I'm going to be going over the GTA 9 San Andreas Mercenaries coming June 13th from June 2nd, 2023. But yes, starting off with the very first image, the front top of like the newswire, that image here reveals a brand new, what looks to be a fighter jet. Similar kind of in lines to like the laser and like Hydra, I feel personally mostly. Maybe some like slight resemblance to the like B-11 Strike Force as well, but that one's not as much of a jet, I feel. It's like more of like a traditional plane per se. But yeah, something I probably can say about this vehicle right away is there was one news wire a bit back where Rockstar said they were gonna like adjust like certain aerial vehicles, I believe, to like better protect like bystanders in free mode or something along the lines. So right away I would probably not expect the like crazy explosive cannons for sure of like the Hydra and the laser and kind of the Savage as well. Sounds like they're going to be nerfing some of those crazy explosive cannons. So if it does have like an explosive cannon option at all, it's probably going to be something more on like the lines of like the Rogue or like the B-11 Strike Force for sure, I would imagine, no doubt. But yeah, I feel these little holes here could be the guns, or maybe it's just the design of the plane. That's kind of like most I want to say in terms of like weapon capabilities, at least for now. Then yeah, showing Renegade outfit to take down Merryweather other dangerous adversaries for the next explosive GTA 9 update here. So it seems Merryweather is going to play a pretty significant part here as well. So it seems like Merryweather will be the main antagonist of this set of content for this GTA 9 update. And then going into the first paragraph here, beneath like the date here, I did not really think of too much interesting personally to say here. I just kind of want to point out the irony of like the end of the story mode in like 2013, I believe, like Merryweather like lost their license to operate in the state or some shit like that. So it's kind of ironic now that they're making this huge of like a return. I don't know, for a while. I would say ever since like Diamond Casino Resort, some stuff just really does not make too much sense of the story anymore, like Tao Chang and stuff, for example, being alive and whatnot. But I think it was part of like an optional like gold medal like task or something, so that could make some sense, but this is like a whole nother level of crazy, like breaking the lore of like the story mode. It's kind of crazy for sure. And then for the paragraph beneath, I didn't really think of too much interesting aside for the way end here. It says stuff about the streets, seas, and skies. As can be seen later on, there's going to be land vehicles, as you pretty much always have in an update. Of course, very rarely you get aircrafts, but you almost never get like watercrafts in the game. Now, I would really like there to be like some sort of new like boat, I would say, no doubt. I feel like a Merryweather themed update could make a whole lot of sense for a new boat as well. A brand new like attack boat. Not something like the one from the Cayo Perico Heist DLC. Those attack boats, in my opinion, were not really the greatest per se. I'd like to see one more around like the lines of 3D Universe, where you had like the police boat, I think in GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories. And those had like the driver controlled guns on it. I'd kind of like something like that. Something kind of similar to like the Blazer Aqua, where you have like machine guns controllable by like the driver, I think would be kind of a perfect cool like watercraft they could do, personally in my opinion. So seeing something like that would definitely be very cool. And then over in this screenshot here, you may think initially nothing too impressive looking here. I think the helicopter here is definitely just the Annihilator stealth. But if you look at this little plane over here, kind of looks like there's like a dual like propeller setup here. Not sure there's actually very many like
planes like that in the game here. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like the Cuban 800. It could be a Cuban 800, sure, but from what I've been hearing like online and stuff, people do seem to believe this is a new plane, and I gotta agree as well, I feel. Reminds me of the Beagle from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and that plane from the 3D universe. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had like a Beagle. I think even Grand Theft Auto 5 mentions the Beagle as well, and like the prologue at one point as well, so it could make sense with that too. So I could see the Beagle finally making a return in Grand Theft Auto Online. That would be cool as hell. Yeah, it definitely seems like a very huge aircraft update here, no doubt. And then yeah, going to the next paragraph here. Charlie Reed from the Hangar from the Smuggler's Run DLC. It looks like he will be having a very significant role here. Not too surprising given there's all kinds of like new aircraft with the jets up there, and then what's supposedly going to be the Beagle here as well, perhaps. But yeah, definitely pretty interesting there. And then aside from that, Guns for Hire known. For some reason, it kind of gives me like casino heist vibes. You can use Charlie Reed in the casino heist. I wonder if you can see like some returning characters from like the casino heist DLC, like Packy McCreary and stuff like that. That would kind of be cool. But I don't know how fitting something like that would be. So maybe there could be other returning characters from like the casino heist, given his involvement there. And then yeah, besides for that, it kind of just sounds like maybe like typical like contact mission stuff like they've done from the previous couple updates with the Agent ULP having those contact missions for like Criminal Enterprise, and then there was still just like first dose and like last dose like missions. Stuff in your end I feel could be described as stuff like that. It's kind of my first impressions there. Since Hangar is already pretty good and whatnot when it comes to like the business side and whatnot. More on that like later on and whatnot. And then yeah, that's just like an image of Charlie Reed. You can actually see the Avenger being stored in the Hangar as well. That's something new that will be able to be done with the upcoming DLC. You can actually store it either in the facility or the Hangar. So that's actually pretty fucking cool. And they better do like new aircraft space if they will, or a second hangar would be kind of cool as well. Personally, I would actually prefer a second hangar. Not like expand the existing hangar, but give a second hangar so you can have one in LSI and Fort Zancudo. That would be tight as hell, but I could just see them increasing the storage space since there's already a bunch you can't fit on the like floor anyways. But yeah. Avenger will become an enhanced aerial command center with a new operations terminal. That's definitely giving me some mobile operations vibes from like the gun running DLC, where like the mobile operation has this like set of like missions where you can unlock certain trade prices for some of those like gun running DLC vehicles, like the first Oppressor and then like the weaponized Tampa. I could see it being something along that kind of line, is that maybe it's not so much for vehicle trade prices, maybe they're more like more traditional-ish contact missions, kind of. If they do it through that route, I hope you can replay them for the pause menu though, because you cannot play mobile operations in the pause menu, which is quite unfortunate. So I hope if they do have missions, like contact missions, they actually do in the Avenger, they also get the pause menu option this time as well. That would definitely be very nice. And yeah, weapon system upgrades, there's more on that later on, basically. And some of the stuff at the end here, since they do talk about the Avenger, maybe they do stuff similar to like the Acid Lab, where maybe they do like a business kind of sort of thing for the Avenger too. That would be something awesome. Contraband maybe could be something similar to like Smuggler Run and like special cargo stuff already though. I don't know, just having it as like another hub where you can do like the
Smuggler run missions, like an on-the-go way to do the Smuggler run missions would be actually really cool. I know the Terabyte already kind of has something like that, but the Avenger's an actual aircraft, so it would be like a step up from that anyways, if they did something as simple as that even. And the next image here is the Avenger with some of the like new upgraded weaponry and stuff like that. I want to say the cannon in front here is just one of those like weapons already from the Doomsday Heist update, basically just the like MOC cannons, but on the Avenger essentially. But you can see all kinds of like new stuff here on like the bottom of it here. Probably some sort of like guns, like cannons and stuff. I feel they kind of look like rogue explosive cannons, not gonna lie, to be completely honest. It's kind of some vibes I'm getting there. It looks like some super crazy like missile pods as well. So I want to say with the missile pods, you might be able to get like barrage missiles and stuff. I don't feel like regular missile pods would need all those like holes and stuff, so maybe barrage missiles could be something as well. Rogue explosive cannons and barrage missiles would definitely be quite the new set of arsenal for sure for the Avenger here. Maybe homing missiles as well, but the Avenger's like an armored fucking tank in the sky and shit, so like, I don't know if homing missiles would be that like good per se to have on something like this. That could be kind of overpowered perhaps. There is invite only and stuff, so anything could technically be on the tables I feel, but they are nerfing those like jet explosive cannons from what it sounds like, as I mentioned at like the beginning of this video here. Yeah, going to the paragraph below here, says stuff about new and experienced smugglers here. Range of upgrades for the Avenger and Hangar owners. If there's actually new upgrades for the Hangar, I wonder what that could consist of though. Because I feel like, what can they really do much besides for the Hangar, like mod shop already here? Maybe there's like a new like paywall like customization thing you have to do, like a new paywall in the Hangar to be able to do some new like content additions. Who knows? That could maybe the most I can really think of on top of my head. And yeah, it seems you can also even store the Avenger without even owning a hangar or a facility property as well. So basically it sounds like they're going to be removing the paywall of the facility requirement for the Avenger now. Yeah, you can also do the hangar as storage for the Avenger, but basically it seems they turned it into the Kosatka essentially, where you don't need a property to store it anymore as well, which is nice. I feel they should remove all of those paywalls for all the other similar vehicles like the MSD and like the Terabyte as well. That would be nice. And then also have that option to store them. That would definitely be something very huge for the game. Removing some of the like more obnoxious paywalls in the game. Since for vehicles with quite that amount of utility, you probably shouldn't be limited having to like buy a property and then buy the vehicle, if that makes any sense. And then I don't really think I've thought of anything much more in this paragraph here, so on to the next image here. Next image here, it seems you get a little look of a brand new vehicle that's going to be arriving in the game. Looks like a pretty brand new SUV. Definitely not looking as sporty as like some other ones already in the game, like the P-Fitzer Astra and like the Pegassi like Tauros and stuff like that. So I don't really see it being like top of the line like performance kind of SUV. Kind of looks more like a luxury style SUV, I would probably say, honestly. Feels like it could be something that could be pretty cool for like Merryweather as well. It kind of gives some Mark II like Mesa vibes. I don't know if that little logo there, I think that's a vehicle manufacturer there. I feel I remember that being a vehicle manufacturer. And I know like the current Merryweather Mesa is like the Kniss manufacturer or something like that. So I don't think it's like the Merryweather Mesa Mark II. That's definitely not what it's going to be called, no doubt. Yeah, that might definitely be the vehicle manufacturer right there. And it's even a look of a brand new weapon here. I believe this would definitely be the brand new weapon that's going to be listed, and it's kind of on the screen right now, actually, in the description thing below. But yeah, it's going to be brand new random events, it sounds like. I believe already in like the Drug Wars like drip feed, it was leaked that there was like one random event that never came into fruition with the current Drug War DLC. I believe it involves the Merryweather convoy, so it would make sense that it was in like the drip feed for Drug Wars but never came to fruition and will be instead coming for like this update. Definitely remember there being like a Merryweather convoy like free mode event in leaks, and I believe it gives like bunker supplies. So that free mode event should probably be coming out this time around, I would assume so. And then there's definitely all other kinds will do. Brand new Tactical SMG, I believe that's definitely going to be this thing over here, the yellow one here. Perfect for firing while driving. But yeah, honestly, the regular micro SMG I feel is already very good for drive-by. I feel if they did a like SMG that you can drive by with that has like 50 rounds, that would definitely be a vast improvement, because like the micro SMG I think is already the main like drive-by one in the game already right now. And that's only got 30 rounds. Maybe a little bit of like a power increase. I feel like 50 rounds, something like that, could be quite the nice drive-by weapon if it's going to be the perfect weapon for drive-by shooting and whatnot. Looks like there's going to be daily time trials. I assume they're just going to do like stuff with the existing time trials where they become like daily instead of like weekly or something like that. I assume it's just going to be a regular, maybe RC Bandito. I kind of doubt they're going to do HSW time trials daily, since those already pay like 200 to like 50,000. Those alone would probably get you like almost 2 million in 1 week if they did it that way. And that's if you don't do like all the other time trials as well. So it sounds like time trials could be a whole lot more like meta relevant for crazy money making methods as well here. And it seems there's going to be more as well, including these few down here. When calling Moore's Mutual Insurance, it looks like you'll be able to claim all destroyed vehicles at once. This actually used to be a feature, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why they ended up removing it at one point, but they did apparently. So it seems like that feature has been highly requested to come back. Not sure why they removed it in the first place. Maybe something to do with a glitch or something, similar to like how those Pegasus vehicles, I believe, on like consoles are free, I believe. Like you don't even pay $200 anymore, I think, for Pegasus vehicles. So it could have been something like that. Maybe it's been out for a while because of something like that. Either way, glad that's going to be coming back, because you used to have to do it like per property and not like for every property at once, essentially. An alternate sprint control option will be added to the settings menu. And when they say settings, it definitely means like the running sprint and not like the sprint races, for example, from like Los Santos Tuners update. But I believe Hold the Sprint was something in the GTA Trilogy when they re-released the 3D Universe games on the PS4 and the PS5 with Grove Street Games, War Drum Studios, and all that. I think that was something that was already in those games. They're basically just bringing that to Grand Theft Auto 5 and online as well. Definitely a nice accessibility option for those that don't like to constantly mash the like cross and like A buttons and whatnot for like PlayStation, Xbox and all that, whatever on PC and all that. Custom description tags for garages, for quickly locating favorite rides. I am definitely going to be a big fan of this one. I've actually had a notepad before for like jotting down what vehicles I have for like each property and like the theme of the garage and whatnot. So being able to do that actually in game is going to definitely be very damn nice. And Willard, Eudora, and Albany Classique Broadway will be eligible for taxi work, but only when using Taxi Liveries. Makes sense that you would have to have the taxi livery. It gives more of a reason to unlock them in the first place. Because I was not inspired myself personally to unlock the liveries when you couldn't use them in the taxi works before. Not sure why it's taking a whole nother update and why they don't think of these kind of simple things at the start, but better late than never. As for those two vehicles, they're not very good performance-heavy vehicles per se. I want to say they're both muscle cars, so you might build a muscle car elitely, which might give you some more interesting utility for going over certain highway bumps and stuff like that. Maybe. But they're not very super crazy performance-heavy vehicles. In any circumstance, they're not too good to be using regardless. Probably would still be better to use the custom taxi from the arena when you get rank 25 in the arena. Updates to the creator to incorporate additional props. So maybe you can do more props. Maybe they increase the prop limit, it sounds like they're going to be doing. That's what it sounds like to me, at least. Or maybe it's just additional types of props. One of the two, I imagine for sure. Weather options apparently will be a thing, including snow. Snow would definitely be a very interesting option for weather options. Whether it's the simple snow, I believe that's a cheat code in the story mode, or if it's the actual snow where you can throw snowballs, I assume it's yet to be seen. I hope they give all those quality weather options in the creator. That would definitely make creator maps a whole lot more interesting if it's much more than just snow for the interesting types of weather that almost never happen in the game. And then this image here looks like it's going to be a brand new muscle car with armor plating. Going off of the previous couple of few updates, it's probably going to be Imani Tech as well for a missile lock-on jammer, remote control unit kind of stuff as well. Yeah, being one of the newer Imani Tech vehicles, assuming it probably will be. He probably won't get the machine guns on the front. And then it seems he won't be getting resistant glass, I think is the other major difference as well. So you probably won't get those, unfortunately, but it's pretty much going to have all those typical Imani Tech things, certainly. This paragraph, nothing interesting here at all. They basically just mention all kinds of stuff for quality of life features they've done in previous updates as examples to go along with this all, and that they're going to be doing for next update. And last but not least, for those wondering, 8th gen with PS4, Xbox One, and PC will be getting supported with this update as well. They're not yet going to be dropping off the 8th gen versions if they ever do for content updates. I feel they kind of should do that. I feel it's been getting more easy to obtain the 9th gen systems from what I've been hearing as of this last year, at least the PS5. Maybe not so much for Xbox Series. But anyways, I think that's pretty much going to do it for my update details video here for the GTA Online San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. And that is finally going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed.